But in swimming, there's so much self-accountability that you can learn. What you put in is what you get out, quite simply. And no matter how hard you work, it may not even, you may not even see it come to true light for years to come. And so something about that, it's not necessarily glamorous, but I loved that I could see my progression in real time. Like, with a lot of the team sports which are great, a win or a loss, there's a lot of variables in that. But, more often than not, they might not even relate to you. Like, you can have a part of it, but there are always other people like around and that can help you dictate that. And when you work towards that together, it can be really fun. But, at a young age, I was like, look, something about me just being able to see time drops, like personal time drops, and me working through practice to make something work and then see it. I was like, wow, I could, I just like this aspect of it. And I was lucky enough to perform at a relatively high level compared to, the era that I was born into. That's another part of swimming that's really cool, is that a lot of success is determined by who else chooses to swim. And so, I guess versus the other 12, 13, 14-year-olds that I came up with, I did relatively fine and earned an opportunity to be here. And so there's not much else to it, I think. That's kind of what it's been.
Yeah, I feel like, especially with how quantitative the sport is,
mm-hmm.
It must become almost addicting, especially at those ages where it's like, I mean, at least now, it's not you hop in the pool any given time and you personal best.
Mm-hmm.
But back at those ages, I feel like, since with the constant growth, there's always PRs. Is that how it works?
Yeah. When you're a kid, you can pretty much drop a best time, after a couple months of work. It's definitely not the case. Or it's definitely harder to do that as an older, more experienced athlete, and especially as the times come down quite a fair bit. But I think there's so much rush in competition, and I love to compete. I love being in exciting atmospheres where, nobody knows what's going to happen, not even the athletes behind the blocks, but rest assured, the one that's, probably the toughest mentally has a pretty good shot of like doing well. And so I tried to, just lock into my process and listen to my coaches. And, again, it wasn't easy, kind of moving through that. And over time, as you do well, people's expectations kind of get lopped, like every part of life and like everybody. But I think as long as you keep it focused on yourself, I think it's always like really rewarding, just by learning through process and not necessarily having it be about like wins or losses, but more about honing in on a craft more than anything else.
If you like this clip, then you'll probably like the full episode as well. Make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more.